All right, guys, welcome back to another one. I am the Gold Standard, and today we are going over Blue Doffy. And honestly, guys, I wasn't going to make a video about this because everybody is, but frankly, this deck is insane. So insane, in fact, that at the time of recording, I have been undefeated on Sim with this deck, and I'm like 15-0 right now. So guys, as I always say, even if you aren't going to play it, you should at least know how it works so you can beat it. So sit back, kick your feet up, and let's play some One Piece. First, let's talk about the general strategy with Doffy. Basically, he's a swarm deck and operates very similar to like Zoro or the RP Luffy deck that I put up recently. So what you're trying to do is just swarm the board and overwhelm your opponent. So if we look at his leader ability, it's Dawn ×2 when attacking. You can pay 1 Dawn, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a 7 Warlords of the Sea type character with a cost of 4 or less, you can play that card rested. So basically what you're doing is you've got 2 engines for getting bodies onto the field. You've got his ability, which is going to get something off the top of the deck and put it into play most of the time. There's only a couple cards that, are dead cards, and that's pudding and, some of your event cards. The other one is going to be Jinbei. On play, play up to 1 cost 4 or lower 7 Warlords of the Sea type character other than Jinbei from your hand. So basically you play him and then you put down any of your 4 costs or lower as well. So between these two, you've got ways to cheat bodies in. That's kind of the theme of this deck. Now, what makes it really cool is where Zoro and some of these other decks, it's more random. You basically have a way to stack the odds in your favor with this deck. And so you have this whole stacking engine, which is Buggy here, who is look at the top 3 and put them back in any order. You've got Boa, who does the same thing, look at the top 3, put them back in any order, and then she puts Arrested Dawn on one of your 7 Warlords. And then finally, and this is a really wild card in this deck, you have Martial Teach, who is activate main, place 1 card from your hand on the top of your deck, and then attach 2 Rested Dawn to one of your leader or characters. So the combos with Teach are absolutely insane with this deck, guys. And honestly, watch the gameplays. You can see where I use him like numerous times. And this stacking engine is literally so insane that I play the Sengoku Searcher and I almost never use it in the gameplays. The only time I use it is late game to kind of replenish your hand. But once you start seeing any combination of these, it almost becomes detrimental to play Sengoku because you don't want to mess up the order. So yeah, that's the stacking engine. I have a removal package in here in the form of Gravblade, who, removes blockers, the Red Rock that removes some big bodies. I've got Pudding in for a little bit of hand hate. And then you kind of have these like random, you've got Crocodile, he's a 2K, but also you can return a 2 cost or lower character to the owner's hand. So if you're playing like a Reiju, you can get one of their blocker choppers out. Also, you've got Mihawk, another 2K counter, 5K body. Dawn ×1 when attacking, draw 2 cards and trash 2 cards from hand. So this is like how you hand filter. So for instance, if you're drawing into like a whole bunch of events that you just don't need, put down a Mihawk and start cycling through those. You've got Trafalgar Law in the new starter deck 17. You may return one of your characters to its owner's hand if the leader has 7 Warlords or C-type. Return up to 1 4 cost or lower to the owner's hand. So you can target one of their 4 cost or lower blockers, and you can bounce something like a Buggy or a Sengoku back to your hand. There are some other kind of high-end combos that I'll talk about here in a minute that you can do with that, but that's the gist of it. I didn't talk about Weevil, but you can draw cards with Weevil. Gecko Moria is how you return Jinbei from trash back to your hand, so you can keep recycling Jinbei every time they attack into it. Or, anything else you want from trash, maybe another Boa blocker, or if you want to draw some more cards, something like that. That's all off of Gecko here. And then finally, you've got the Perfume Femur, which basically gives you plus 2,000 and makes you unblockable. So that's how you finish games with this leader. So yeah, guys, that's basically the deck. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, like, should I go first or should I go second with this deck? And honestly, it does not matter. If you have Teach and Jinbei in hand, going first is a great option because you can play out the Teach on your 3 Dawn turn, load the 2 Dawn onto Doffy and put the Jinbei on top of your deck, and then swing for the 7 and put a Jinbei and something else into play, and now you're like way ahead. But also, frankly, guys, I would base it more on what your opponents are playing. So for instance, if you're playing Purple Luffy and you know that they want to ramp and want to go first, take first from them if it's your choice, because this deck operates great going first or second. And then if you're playing someone maybe like Bonnie or Black Yellow Luffy who really wants to be on the even curve, then take that from them and go second. I would base it more on what your opponents are trying to do than what this deck is actually streamlined for, because honestly, guys, this deck is so fast in either one of those positions. The only 2 weaknesses so far that I've been able to see in this deck are, 1, the card draw isn't great. And so it doesn't happen often, but there is a potential to just run out of cards because you've only got really Weevil here to draw cards and Mihawk to kind of cycle cards. You're not actually like net accumulating cards with Mihawk. And so if you don't have the right combination of cards, you can start to kind of lose out on the ability to have a big hand because you're just spamming so many bodies in. It doesn't happen often, but I have seen it as a weakness. And honestly, if you're running into it a lot, you might consider putting in like a 10 cost Kaido or something like that, 2 of them, to make sure that you have card draw options in the late game. And then the other weakness, and this is the only way that I've seen that you can actually kind of beat this deck, is a lot of the deck hinges on Jinbei. If they don't see Jinbei, they can't get as many bodies into onto their board. But also, if they have a Jinbei on board and use it to swing, don't attack into their Jinbei, because if you put it in trash, they can just recall it back with the Gecko Moria and then play it again and get another 4 cost. And so if your options are attack into Jinbei or, you know, something else, always attack into the other character on the field, because Jinbei in trash is actually sort of helpful for them. So those are the main 2 weaknesses that I've found in this deck. And honestly, if you're playing into the deck, keep those in mind. And if you are playing this deck, you should be aware of those too. Now, I want to give you guys a couple combos that I think are kind of interesting, just to kind of help you wrap your minds around this deck. So first, obviously, Jinbei is great at, you know, just spamming bodies in. But as I talked about earlier, if you have Teach and Jinbei in hand and you're going first, you can basically spam in 3 bodies and still swing for 7. What you can also do with Law, that's a really cool combo, is if you have a Teach and a Jinbei on field, you can swing with the Jinbei, play the Law, return your Jinbei to hand, and then return something on their field to hand. Use the Teach ability to put 2 Dawn onto your leader, and then restack the Jinbei onto the top of your deck and play it off of your leader ability again. And now you get to develop another body from the Jinbei. And so you developed not only the Law, but and another 4 cost. And finally, the most insane one of this deck is if you have a Teach on your board already, you actually get to play Perfume Femur for free. Because if you think about it, the 2 Dawn that you would use for this, you can then attach to, say, your leader or whatever character you're swinging with that is now unblockable because of Teach. But yeah, guys, that's all I've got on this deck. As you can see, it's super fun to use, guys. And honestly, once you try it out, I think you'll see a lot of success. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are you going to be playing Doffy in 8.5? And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get into some gameplay. All right, we are in it with Lucci. So let's see what they take, first or second. Hopefully first. Oh, nice, they take first. Okay. Do we keep this? I guess so, because we've got, yeah, we'll keep this. This is decent. This is decent. This is definitely decent. Oh, nope, now it's getting worse. Sweet Jinbei, we'll go into Jinbei. Wait, we'll draw her, we'll go into Jinbei. We'll get this at the end. Okay. Yeah, so we'll draw her, use Jinbei to deploy her, put some Dawn on somebody, and swing. And I think that should be good. Yeah, yep. Very nice, very nice. I have nothing but 2Ks in hand, this is great. Yeah, you can have that. Oh, nice, this will be good too. So we can get our Jinbeis back. Repeatedly. Okay, so let me think about this for a second, because I'll need to save 1 Dawn. That could go on, I guess it'll just go on. It won't go on anybody. Okay, so we swing 8, use the card action, deploy Jinbei, pop this down. Another one of these. Let's get our Sengoku first, and we can put her up next. And I mean, it doesn't really matter. So put it on him, make him a 9. Sure, why not? Counter out, bro, I dare you. Be great. Okay, takes it. I'm shocked. Drops 8. Oh, look at that trash that he's milled already. 2 Jacks and a Gecko. That's like, that's the perfect thing to see. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to this Lucci player. So they have to draw into, I mean, more Geckos, more Luccis. Or, yeah, more Jacks and more Geckos. We'll see. We will see. Do I want to give him even 1? I mean, I can Jinbei back to hand, so I'll give it to him. Well, I guess I could free block. Let's try that, because then he has to swing with this, and I can swing in with this. Sabo, or just Sabo. You love to see it, especially because I'm gonna get Grav Blade sort of soon, I think. It's in a couple. Oh no, I don't want to play this because I have a Grav Blade in there and I would like to grab that. So I think I have a Boa up next, so I can pop a Boa in with the leader ability. I'll put the counter on this guy. Yeah, so this will be good. So let's go here. So we get another 7. Use card action, deploy that. Oh, 2 Jinbeis. Look at this, guys. Look at this. So we get this. We draw this next turn. We play this into a Gecko. And yeah, okay. Play that into a Gecko, recover whatever gets trashed on this turn. Yeah, okay, okay. Very nice, very nice. And against Lucci, like, you want to be using your blockers to attack. Yeah, so here, another 8 or 7. 7? 7. Yeah. So we'll get more counter where they take it. We'll see. Nice. And so, like, we know that we have a Grav Blade coming up. So, you know, we have a decent amount of options because we also have Jinbei into Gecko. Unless he sees, you know, he has to play a Lucci here or something to remove some of this, which, again, I'm fine with because we'll get some of it back. And no friend. I don't think I need to search, honestly. So I'll just give you 1. Okay, Jack. He did actually manage to pull another Jack. Good for him. So who does he KO? All right. And he tries to attack into that, which is not happening. Definitely not happening. Okay, so we can get our Boa back. This guy, he's actually attacking into our board with, which is whatever. So first we'll Jinbei. We'll get our Jinbei in. Yep. And I mean, we could do another Boa here, honestly. The Gecko, we can save to recover. What's in our trash right now? I mean, another Boa? Yeah, we'll just put Boa in, honestly, because we know that Jinbei, ooh, this is good. Yes. So we'll draw into our unblockable, our femur, perfume femur. We'll play this, get the Gecko in. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, very good, very good. All of this is dandy, if I do say so myself. Because whatever we lose, Jinbei will recover. So let's see, what do we want? We've got potentially 8. Let me think about this. Because we can go 8, 9? That seems pretty good, actually. If we go 8, 9, that's going to get so much counter out of their hand. Yeah, let's go 8, 9. They just take that. I mean, look at this. Savage. Savageness. Absolute savagery. Okay, well, we're drawing into the perfume femur. And so we can pretty much just load our... I mean, I'm not even going to let him have anything. I'll give him a counter here. You know what? Nah, we'll counter. We'll counter. I should have blocked just in case he does get rid of this, but it doesn't really matter because he just can't get rid of enough stuff here. There's just no way. Pops a Lucci in the trash. Interesting. Like, Lucci's one thing you need to see against Doffy. So what's he got? Gecko. Yeah, probably a Gecko into the Lucci. And gets rid of 2 of these. Yep. Gecko. Rebecca. Okay, gets another one down. Lucci comes in. Oh, because he didn't play Span. Oh, okay, he is playing Spandam. Okay, cool. Yeah. Lucci Spandine. Got it. Got it. Got it. He's doing good here. He's doing it right. Okay, these are gone. And maybe he attacks in here. Well, okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So he could potentially have... He can potentially have 21k in counter. We give him +2, and we swing all in. Or, conversely, we remove these, play this guy's ability, do the same rigmarole because we can do a Jinbei into some more stuff. I can get her back. But honestly, guys, I think we just swing 5, see what he does here. Because if he gives us 1 counter even on this, yeah, exactly. Then we just go all in. Yeah. Yeah, so we go here and go all in, and we swing 15. So he has to have like every 2k counter in his deck in his hand right now. Yeah, GG's. GG's. God, that was nasty, guys. Doffy is just a freaking menace, I'm telling you. All right, so we are in it with a purple Luffy, and we're gonna take first to just stop their ramp a little bit. I've got searchers, so I'm gonna keep this. I'm definitely gonna keep this because if we get a Jinbei in the top 3 here, on the next turn, I can Jinbei into Weevil pretty much immediately. So we're gonna roll the dice and see if that works out for us. Oh, Jinbei, baby. Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, we'll put that. We'll draw into, I guess this could be good at some point. I think this is decent. We'll draw into this. That's fine. Yeah. So yes, this is good. Cool. And we'll end the turn. All right. So now we leader ability, swing 7. Also, they are not using their deploy, draw a card. We get our red rock. And they can't use their ramp because like we took first, we're applying pressure. This costs, look at that. That's 2 cards. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, but tentatively that's feeling pretty good. I don't know that we need this. Do we need another searcher? I think we're gonna get rid of you. We'll get rid of you. This martial teach is nasty, but we'll drop it for now. Oh, you got us. Okay, well, at least I was gonna say, if we draw a Grav Blade, we can at least get rid of these. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Because I feel like we just search. We can grab a boa most likely off the search. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll grab a boa if there's one in here. No boa. No boa. Unfortunate. So we'll take you. Let's try and do a leader swing just in case. I mean, kinda, sure, why not? It is a 5K. Okay, let's go 6. We'll do another 5 at the end. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we're keeping that hand small. So we've got a decent amount of counter here. I mean, maybe he plays another Magellan or something. That'd be kind of cool, because then we could just get both of them out of here. Yep, you can have that. So again, like I'm hoping he hits the Jinbei here because then I can get it back with this and just drop it again next turn, or not the next turn, but the turn after. All right, Magellan. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so now the question is, do we want to leader ability here or just do we Gecko? And I feel like we just Gecko because then we can get our Jinbei back into another Gecko into another Gecko. And if we can make it through, because next turn we can go here. So yeah, so we need 1 Dawn. So let's go 6. Because I mean, they'll most likely attack into our board again. And we're burning counter like crazy from their hands. From their hand. Burning counter like crazy. Yeah, so we get a 6 in here. Gecko, get Jinbei back. They take that, cool. Get Jinbei back. End our turn. One of these attacks goes to Edward. Maybe it's just a 6K and we can counter. Maybe not. We'll see. Surprising we haven't seen a single boa. But whatever. I mean, next turn we can get rid of everything with this. So yeah. So he does give us this. Perfect. Because now this eats another attack, which, I'm fine with. Yes. Go ahead. Probably swings in. We'll take this one. We'll get rid of both of these this next turn. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, all this is cool. Pudding would have been nice earlier, but here we are. Now we can get Weevil back. Do we want Weevil here? Okay, so Sengoku. Do we get rid of this or do we get rid of both Magellans? And I kind of feel like, because this is going to give him Dawn next turn, or cards. So we'll get rid of one of these and one of these. So what do we got? We got 5. Yeah, so we'll just go here. Okay, we'll go here. Like, I mean, this hand is nothing, and we're about to get rid of the thing that's gonna give him Dawn back, or cards back, so, like, okay. Well, he's not coming back, so, GG's. I mean, we could have honestly gone for a game, it looks like. Oh, dude, this guy was done. Look at his hand. He had nothing. He was drawing into a Kaido, which great. Like he could have killed something and attacked, given us a boa, which is what we wanted. Yeah, I mean, great. Good game. All right, so we are in it with a Marco. So I think I'll take second from him. We'll see how this goes. So we've got Jinbei into boa. I mean, turn 2, this looks pretty good. We will keep it. Start stacking our deck. Yeah, this will be good. This will be very good. Swing for 6. That'll be nice. All right, and we get a search. Cool. Very cool. Ooh, this could be very fun. Oh man, that could be fun. That's not going to be useful right now because we're going to do the same thing with boa. I have a gecko. I'm going to take the teach. I think teach could be a very fun little thing to play this game. So we'll play it the following turn because I can return send Goku to my hand. Oh wait, never mind. I can load something else from my hand. Okay, they swing. We take that. Oh, oof. Okay, guys. So we go Jinbei here into our boa. Aw, oh, man. None of those are good. So what do we want to draw here? I mean, I have a teach already. I guess I could draw one of these. A grav blade. Honestly, let's bottom deck all of that. I don't need any of that. We'll put this on him and we'll swing 6. And we will pass it off to them. All right, he gets his ace down. Has rush, which is cool. Do we take this? The problem is they do play pudding. So like I don't necessarily want to take a lot of stuff early on. But I guess we'll just take one more. Because he's not going to play pudding now, so. Oh, we'll give him the free block. Okay. Okay. So let's do the teach combo. So we'll go teach. We'll play Jinbei down. And then I have 3 Dawn left over to attack with. So we'll go Jinbei into, I guess, another boa. That could be good. Yeah, so we'll go here. We'll put Jinbei on top. Put the 2 Dawn on him. We will swing. Actually, what I'm going to do is swing first with with my guy here. And this is only because if they do trigger something, I don't want to lose, one of my bodies with all these attacks. Okay, we get a lot of counter there. Perfect. I'm going to use my blocker, of course, too, because I'm about to get another boa blocker in. They take, we swing, use the card action. We get that. We go here. Oh, and he quits. I mean, do you guys see how this deck works, man? Like, it is just unbelievable how fast you can spam bodies on the board. All right, well, good game. On to the next. All right, we are in it with an RP Luffy. And so this will be a good test because he's a 6K leader. So let's see how this goes. We do have a pudding, which could be very helpful in doing a little bit of card management on our end. But yeah, we got the Jinbeis. I mean, now we've got Buggy, another Jinbei. So we'll draw, teach. We'll load Jinbei. We'll drop Mihawk off of that. So yeah, we're good. That seems good. Yeah, yep. What's nice too is because his leader ability is attached to Dawn. I have all my Jinbeis. Holy moly! You attach the 2 Dawn and you use his leader ability. You're attacking for 7K each time. So that's good against these 6K leaders. So we go here. Use our card action. Definitely deploy that. I mean, we could do Gecko, but I feel like we do the Mihawk here because when they kill stuff, we can use the Gecko to get it back. Oh, and he counters out of that heavy. So again, great for us, guys. Great for us. Also, teach next turn could be very useful. So he is going to ramp. Yes, he can have that. So that guy eats an attack. That's exactly why I wanted to do it that way. And we take the 8 here. Right? Yeah, we have to. Okay. I think after this, we're done taking them. So let us, yeah, we'll go here. He gives us the counter for that. That's kind of okay with me, honestly, guys. I mean, that's less in his hand. So let's go, we go teach here. Where's my teach? Teach. We activate this. Top deck here. Put this on him. Now, I could play multiple things out here. Like I could play another Jinbei into Gecko or something. But what I'm going to do instead is just attack much heavier because I want him to take more damage. Yep, deploy this. We'll do this. Take Jinbei back to hand. And yeah, I mean, tentatively, we have a decent amount of counter. We have a red rock for any like, you know, a kid or... I mean, honestly, great, perfect. Yeah, so if he plays the kid or if he plays a 10-drop Doffy or 10-drop Luffy, I can actually just red rock it instantly. Yeah, you can have that. Why not? Why not? And yeah, sure, you can have that too. All right, so now we've got the Crocodile. I mean, we have so many plays here. So we put Jinbei on top. We can play a Crocodile. A 4. Let's. He's still using. He doesn't need it, so he'll let it go. So let's go 1 on here. Just to, because if he protects that, like, great. Yeah, no way he was gonna protect that. Okay. So let's go. Interesting. So I'm kind of tempted to just recycle his hand because he has sort of been saving stuff, but I think let's swing first. Let's just swing very heavy here. Yeah, so we swing 8-8. That'll be good. Swing 8-8. Drop a Jinbei in. Okay, they take that. I have to play something to do this guy's ability, is the problem. So maybe we just swing 9 and call it good. Clear off his blocker. I mean, I guess I could play another teach. That could be useful. Let's just do that. Yeah, we'll do this. Go here. Go 8 again. Use the action. And pop this down. Too bad she's not a pirates. Oh well. Or 7 warlords. Uses the rad beam. Cool. So our big problem here is that once they get to 10 Dawn, if they have a 10-drop Luffy in hand, and we have no blockers up, like I don't have any of my boa blockers. And so they can kind of get through a number of attacks here. Problem is if he doesn't like win this turn, I don't see him coming back next turn. So he does attack. Yeah, you can have that. I'm assuming he's going to 10-drop Doffy here, or Luffy. Yeah, there's the 10-drop. Okay. So he swings 7 on 5. Yep, you can have that. Takes his second turn. So he attacks us twice here. I mean, I still, unless he's just clearing board here, which is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. I don't know why you would do such a thing. Okay, so he is getting a blocker down. He swings 12. Okay, cool. And we get our blocker. So we're good, guys. Because we are at our 10 Dawn, so we can do like this. So here's how this is gonna go. Because we're gonna red rock. We'll pop this. We'll use a teach to load one of these and get a boa in. And then I'm gonna swing like 9 on his life. So that's that. So we'll ditch that. Use this. Go here. So let's see. We can go. So we can go. Let's go 8 with our boy here, and 7 with our boy here. Play this. Pop this into. Man, I don't want any of that. I mean, I guess I'll take the 2K. I really don't want any of that. Yeah, I mean, we need this, unfortunately. And we'll put this on him. And then we can get 2 8s out of this. And we have some counter in hand, so it's like not the end of the world for us. Okay, rad beams. And we go 8 again. So he's only going to be at 7 Dawn next turn. So, I mean, they could play the Kid if they are playing that still. I don't actually know what the Luffys are playing currently. They probably got some kind of rush body in their hand, I'd assume. I'll probably defend any type of attack that he does here, because we're going to get the buggy on the next turn. Okay, so yeah. So he plays his blocker down. Draw 2, trash 2, or draw 2, trash 1. I mean, he needed the blocker, so good for him. Drops a 10 drop. Ooh. Now, I did say I would defend this, so the question is, should I actually follow through on that? So we draw buggy next turn. I get to stack the deck again. I still have a Jimbei. I don't think so. I think that we just let that go. Yeah, so we buggy. I just do this. And I think here we just swing very heavily with everything. Maybe not our blocker. So we go 9. I mean, we go 10. We go 9, 10. No, let's go 10. We can probably get the grab or any type of, let's see what he does here. If he's got another rad beam, gives us the blocker, I'm assuming. Be foolish not to. I still can't do another 10 drop, so they'll only be at what, 8 Dawn next turn? Okay. Man, I keep having this happen where people just quit or something. They just aren't playing. Okay, so he does block there. Cool. We go here, and we swing 8. Use the card action. We deploy that. And I mean, I guess I could use this. Nah. We're good. We're good. All right. Well, still got our blocker up. They are at 8 Dawn, 4 cards, or 9 Dawn. Okay, another blocker. This all checks out. Drops a new gate and trash. Okay. So we draw another teach this next turn, which is sort of annoying because we do not need that. Swings 9. Yeah, you can have that. Okay. Okie dokie. So how do we want to do this? So I can Jimbei into somebody again. They don't have. So let's go 8. The teach is there. That sucks. So I'm going to drop this teach. Yeah, we'll drop this teach so that I can use some Dawn. I'm going to put this guy into here. Put these on him. Let's go 9. Use the card action. We'll deploy that over teach. I don't think I'm going to even bother playing anything here because I kind of want the 2K just in case. And oh, so he did have another rad beam. Wow, good on him. So now I have 2 rested Dawn again. Oh, I do not. Okay, I have 1. Yeah, we go 8. Yeah, let's just go for it. See what happens. They counter that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we end the turn there. They can have it. So he has to basically have 10 drop Doffy or Luffy to win. Yep, quits again. Everybody quits, guys. Everybody quits.